Hey my love, welcome back to another video and to my channel, and welcome if you're new. Today I have kind of a fun video plan that is kind of beauty but also mindset, and I thought to talk about my 2025 in and outs while getting ready with you, but there is a twist. If you've watched a couple of videos before this one, you might have known that I was really sick over Christmas. I didn't get to film this video when I wanted to, but that is not going to keep me from filming it, which is I got an advent calendar. Gather with you, find out what is inside of the calendar and then make a makeup look out of it. I'm not a beauty YouTuber or perfect in doing my makeup, but I thought just to have some fun while talking about my 2025 in and outs, because they might be yours too. Before I open the advent calendar, I'm gonna do a bit of a base, because I know usually in those calendars we don't have like foundation or something like that. I feel like that's like a bonus for this video, is to do the makeup base like Hailey Bieber, because she definitely knows what she's doing. Essence Skin Tint, the Essence Glow Drop at the Road Glazing Milk. We've got the base and I feel like it's pretty perfect, so let's open day one and talk about the first 2025 in. It's kind of like Great Gatsby themed and I think it's very pretty. I'm just gonna, it's actually kind of hard to do that way, so to pull out like this. So we're starting strong with a highlight. So the first 2025 in for me is immediately cleaning up. Like, this is something that, especially since I've been, ooh, do you see this? It just makes me feel like I've got my life together, and it does not ever come to the point where I feel overwhelmed with any mess, because there is no mess, because I immediately clean it up. And if I get behind a little bit, I make sure to do like 2 or 3 cleanups during the day. So that is a massive 2025 in for me. Then let's look at door 2 is the under eye brightener. So it's like this. And the next in for 2025 is walking meditations and like longer meditations. I'm gonna just put them together. Going for a walk while you are listening to a meditation, visualizing like this has been so amazing for me. Door number 3 is a lipstick. I think I'm gonna use this a little bit like a blush. First thing in the morning, it's like scientifically proven to get out, because the light that enters your eyes immediately tells your circadian rhythm that it's day, that it's time to get up, that it's time to be energetic. And I mean, if you are not new to the channel, you know that I swear by a walk can fix everything, naturally. So getting outside for a walk first thing in the morning is going to stay for me, and it's going to stay so important also as a couple. Like, honestly, if you want to do one thing as a couple for your relationship, make sure you go for a walk every single day. Okay, day 4 is a lip liner. I think this lip liner lipstick is the same look thing that is gonna definitely stay for me in 2025. The next thing that's definitely gonna stay in 2025 is having a high protein meal, like more protein than anything else. I drink my protein matcha. This is actually really good. Having like a coffee, I would recommend decaf, because I wouldn't drink caffeine first thing in the morning, because the whole purpose of having protein first thing in the morning is to manage your hormones and your cortisol, and caffeine is going to spike your cortisol, so I would recommend a decaf, but with like a chocolate protein shake to just balance your hormones. Because I'm telling you, life is very different when hormones are balanced. Next is door 5, which is this big one. Who doesn't love an eye patch? But door 5, we're not going to put on now, obviously. In terms of like number 5 for what is staying in 2025 with me is mixing skincare with makeup. I want my skin to look glowing, and I'm obsessed with skincare. After filming the Hailey video, honestly, mixing the glazing milk into the skin tint, it's always going to stay. So let's go to 6. I actually don't know what that is. Oh, we've got a blush, which is perfect, and it's like a very berry tone. Kind of want like a more red blush. Oh, it's like a balm, it's very glowy. So the next thing, like I said, is very physical that I want to take with me into 2025, and that is lip stains. Like, I cannot live my life without lip stains. I just feel like I found one that I really love. I'm gonna link it down below. It's the best one. You can literally even blend it out, and it's just so convenient. We're at door 7. This is an eyeshadow shader brush, which I think is a filler day. So let's talk while I unpack this. Let's talk about number 7, what is gonna come with me into 2025, which is doing less, but doing it more. So what I mean by that is, instead of overwhelming myself with wanting to do a million things, my routine's having 50 million steps to say, I'm gonna do these 3 things, but I'm gonna do them every day, every month, every week. I'm going to constantly be doing them, because that way I know that I will get results and I will enjoy the process, because I think doing everything is just out. Day 8 and step 8 of our 2025 in and outs. Literally, I'm so bad in searching finding these, but I found it. We've got a red lipstick, and I was hoping for that because I've seen this TikTok where you just put a red lip and nothing else and you look so put together. So 2025 number 8 for me is definitely focusing on happiness. Success in everything at the end of the day is measured in happiness, because if you are financially or whatever measurements you have for yourself successful but you're not happy, it's not really a success. What really is a success is being happy with who you are, the life you live, and what you do. Day 9 is a nail polish and a really beautiful color. Like I've actually been thinking of going red again because I've been neutral for a long time. So I can't wait to try this out. But number 9 was actually a big one and a good one, which is living now instead of setting conditions to live later. Meaning, example, once I lose that much weight, I'm gonna go shopping. Once I get the promotion, I'm gonna take more time off. And that's for me. Like I definitely used to set conditions for myself, and it definitely was not a form of self-love, because for instance, at the end of the day, it's conditional love, and I think what we should aim for is unconditional love, like the way you would love a child, or you might love a grandparent or a parent or your partner. It's usually unconditional. They do not need to fill a certain parameter, and if they don't, you don't love them anymore. And I feel like that's what we often do with ourselves. The 10 is a lip liner. Number 10 is like trusting the universe and trusting myself. Like that is so in for me for 2025. Like honestly, at the end of the day, it's just important you've got yourself, and that's something I've learned again in 2024. And I just have this appreciation and trust that everything works out. I've been meditating so much in 2025, and so many things have been manifested already. It just reminded me of that I've got myself, the power of my mind, the power of the universe and God, and just bring myself back to fully trusting divine timing, trusting that everything's gonna unfold. Okay, day 11 is all the way up here, and it's a lipstick. So I'm kind of assuming that, yeah, this is the color match. Literally, I just tried to take it off and nothing came off. So I think this one is gonna be one that stays on long and that you can kiss around, nothing happens. This is the lipstick that was door 11, and 11 is hair oiling. Like I cut off quite a bit of my hair at the end of 2024 because I feel like I found the routine to grow it back in a healthy way, and hair oiling is the way to go, combining it with leave-in conditioner at night, putting some oil on top. That's gonna stay in 2025. 12 is a really long one, so I feel like it might be, I don't actually want to spoil it. Oh, I thought it was gonna be a brush, but it's a 2-in-1 nail file. So day 12 for me, or like point 12 for me in 2025 is for me my workout routine. Like I finally found my workout routine and what works for me, what I feel like is joyful and still challenging and great, so great for my body. The actual illness for 2025 is finding your routine. It doesn't need to be trendy, it doesn't need to be every day, it doesn't need to be complicated, it doesn't need to be what everyone is doing. You gotta find what works for you. We're coming to the 2025 outs and to day number 13, which is a filler day, and some diamonds, which is funny because the first out of 2025 for me is making things complicated. I'm definitely done with that. I don't want to make things complicated. I want them to be simple. I feel like integrating that will be very, very complicated in my routine, so I'm not going to do that today. We have day 14, which is an eyeshadow blender brush. kind of like that they're gold and very slim and tiny. What is really out for me in 2025 is waiting for things to be different. We're living now, life is now, there's nothing but the present moment. I do know this, but I don't always love it, and this is something that I consciously want to bring myself back to live my life now. Day 15. Some of these are so hard to open. It's a hydrating lip mask, and I don't know about you, but it reminds me a lot of the Laneige Overnight Lip Mask. By the life of me, I cannot get the plastic off right now, so I'm not use this now. And what is out for 2025 for me is overconsumption on TikTok. Honestly, I've been on TikTok a lot last year, and I love TikTok, and I feel like there is a lot of amazing things there, but it's also a massive distraction. And what I do when I get overwhelmed is I distract myself. Overconsumption on TikTok this year is out. Day 16. It's an eye pencil, but this is how it looks like. It's like a chrome color. I don't even know. Maybe I can put a little bit in the inner corner of my eye. Literally the tip just broke off. Like, this product, not convinced. But that brings me to another point 16 of like my whole list, which is removing bottlenecks. Like, you know what is holding you back. I know what is holding me back. I know what makes me flustered in the morning when I want to be efficient, or what keeps me from being productive or going to the gym. It's just about making it easier for myself, knowing, like, trying things out, knowing what is it, like what is the stopper, what is the bottleneck, and getting rid of them. We're getting to 17, which is a nail polish. Point 17, which is an out in 2025, is forcing myself and forcing yourself into your planning, into your routines. I feel like my biggest learning in 2024 is that routines are supposed to support you and are supposed to help you. They're not there to make life harder for you. As women, we have a lot of feminine energy, which is a flowy, spontaneous, intuitive energy. But if we're so strict with our planning, we can't really be intuitive or listen to our intuition. We can't really follow our urges, which is our superpower, truly. For me, what really works for planning, for instance, and I think I've shown that before, I do plan on like a Sunday. I look at everything I want to get done that week, or generally things that come to my mind during the week. I put everything into one list called the master list, and then every day I go into the list and I fill into it and I select certain tasks from there so that I will get these things done during the week. But I let my body tell me when is the right time for what. That is like such a big game changer and something I will definitely keep in 2025. And forcing myself into a routine or forcing myself into a planning, that is out for 2025. 18 is a really, really big one, so it's probably a thing. Yeah, it's a hydrogel plumbing lip patch. I don't really see myself as someone that's gonna use lip mask that you put on, like, you know, like leave on and take off again. Number 18 on my list and an out for 2025 is feeling rejected. That kind of goes hand in hand with trusting divine timing and trusting God and yourself and the universe. This has been like such a mindset focus for me in 2025 that honestly, I've been on cloud nine. I've been feeling amazing, I've been doing amazing because I see everything really as my path. If it's a no, wasn't my path. I literally asked for rejection in the sense of like, if this is not for me, don't even get me to that path. Don't even get me that call back. Don't even get me that email. Like, I don't even wanna. I don't wanna even have the conversation. Let it be a no, let it be a clear yes. Day 19 is next to a tree and it's glittery golden nails, which is why I wanted to do this like it would have been appropriate around Christmas time. The next out for 2025 is restricting myself. I want to nourish myself. I want to move because it's going to serve my body and make me feel good. I want to eat something because it makes me feel good. If I want a burger and fries and chips, I'm going to have that. But also, what do I need additionally to that to nourish my body? Maybe a green juice, maybe a salad on the side. Honestly, sometimes it takes me so long to literally find the door. Okay, day 20 is another chrome eye pencil, which is kind of blue. So the other one was gold, which I would have preferred, but I'm gonna skip that one. What is out for 2025, which is I think point 20, because we're open to door 20, is measuring my worth and what other people think, measuring your worth and what other people think, measuring your worth outside of yourself. You're infinitely worthy. Nothing that you do or have or achieve increases your worth as a human being, and nothing decreases it. Becoming like really aware of your power and your worthiness, like that's, I feel like I'm turning my outs into ins. But yeah, the out was not measuring your worth in someone else. Door 21. I just thought it was empty, but it's an eyebrow brush. Honestly, I feel like an eyebrow brush is not very exciting because what is it? It's spoolie? Oh no, okay, maybe it's actually cool. It is literally like a brush that you can also use. I wouldn't use that for my eyebrows. I would use it more to make like a little wing. So I feel like the brushes, even though they're Philades, they're really pretty and really nice and feel very nice. So maybe we could make a little wing, but I want to wait because there hasn't been any eyeshadow yet. 21 for me and out is underestimating my power. 2025, I've already realized, like I said, I've manifested so much already. I'm feeling amazing, and it's all mainly due to my mindset and everything that I feel like I've called in so far. I literally feel like I've called it and I've created it. So what is out for me is underestimating my own power. We're getting close. Day 22. We have 2 more days after this. Oh, it's a hair clip. And it's quite pretty actually. Yeah, I feel like we can work with that for like maybe like a date night or something a bit more festive. Day 22 for me represents the out of 2025 that is breaking promises. For me, 2024 was all about promise, like the promise to myself, showing up for myself. In 2025, I feel like I want to make sure that that stays out. Like you said to go for coffee for someone, go for that coffee. You said you're going to go to the gym, go to that gym. Like breaking promises with yourself or others, I feel like I just out in 2025. Day 23 is a nail polish, like an electric purple. On my list of what is out in 2025 is something that is more physical, which is heatless curls. The heatless curls was the overnight rods I was doing. I've seen some TikToks that created a paranoia with me of it causing hair fallout, and it feels like it really does tug on the hair, which is a big one. And it is an eyeshadow palette, which I've been waiting for. So this is how it looks like. It's still this kind of Great Gatsby. It is sparkling. We've got like the nail polish colors, like the purpley, glittery purple. But we also got some really nice browns. So I think I'm going to make a wing with the brush that we got. This is what it looks like. I'm going to take the dark brown, I think, this color. I'm going to use the other brush to just blend it out a little bit. And that brings me to the last point of the list, which is rushing and being late is definitely an out for me in 2025. Like I'm always late to things, I'm always rushing. Even if I was early, I still managed somehow to get restricted the last minutes and be late. And I feel like that's like out for me in 2025 because I don't want to go through life rushed. When I'm late, I'm just gonna accept I'm late. And that's like my in and outs of 2025 and the makeup look that we managed to get done together while chatting about 2025 in and outs. Thank you so much for getting ready with me. I hope this was inspiring for you, and I hope you know how loved you are.